Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek-A-Day. Today we have a few variations on the DVD releases of Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 6. This original box set, I love the look of this original series. Fantastic. The only problem with it is definitely one of the more fragile releases, and compare this to the original Voyager, those big silver TNG sets. These definitely are more likely to be damaged over time. The edges and all the different areas here, you can see even this one, most of mine are in just about pristine condition, but this one has a little bit of a crack here. Sometimes you can get some worn edges and some cracks and stuff on any of the spines, because there are many and they're very thin with the plastic, but I still really like these releases and how they look, and find overall that in comparison to the newer reprint DVDs, I just find the performance to be equal, if not better, on these older discs. So I really like those, all the special features. Really great set, and they look wonderful together, even with all the different Deep Space Nine, some colors on the spine, or with the numbers on the other side. And then, of course, outside of the different box set variations, it was released individually, Season 6 on DVD, with the reprint DVDs. One thing I like about these is very easy to see all the episode titles and everything. It's very easy to navigate. That's one thing that's improved, and this plastic is much thicker and hardier, so that's fine, but these spindles are pretty weak as well. Nice to flip through, so decent design reprint. It's just less appealing overall. It's a little more functional than the older ones, and of course there are many different variations internationally. I have a German box set version, but individually I have two different variations from Japan. And Japan had one other individual release that was a little bit bigger than this, like a normal size set, and then it was re-released both in this collector's edition, which this style was also released in a handful of PAL territories as well, with some very slight variations, but the overall special edition case here would be similar to some viewers in some other countries as well. And then Japan has these kind of like Saver series sets, these shorter DVD releases they do for a lot of shows, especially a lot of international TV shows, and sometimes they will be in a little bit even slimmer case than this, and it'll be like half a season for a show at a time, and this is a full Season 6 set. And they are like a re-release of the larger one, the one that I do not have here, that's kind of in between these. It's a little bit bigger, but not quite as thick as this big collector's edition, and they re-release them like this in these small packs, and they're released at a much cheaper price than the original release. And one other variation that I have is a Chinese bootleg set here. And what's always funny about these is some of the images don't match. Sometimes they're not from the season they depict, or sometimes they're not even from the show. One of these, for one of the seasons, has like Picard and people on the cover, but they're decent quality. The actual discs for some of them you'll find, and they are terrible, like, you know, just DVD-Rs, burned, whatever. These are actually press discs, and the quality is pretty equal to the original North American NTSC releases, and the content is the same on all of them. So, but you never know what you're going to get with this kind of stuff, because sometimes, again, they're DVD-Rs. A lot of times, too, there's a lot of compression, and sometimes there are issues where, say, the final episode on the disc will cut off at like 5 minutes before the actual end of the episode. But thankfully, these I've actually watched through this set over time. Everything's complete, menus and everything, all special features is pretty much exactly just a copy of the NTSC version. So those are a bunch of variations of the 6th season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine on DVD. One of the best seasons of Star Trek just in general. A lot of fantastic classic episodes, really high quality writing on Deep Space Nine throughout the entire course, but really Season 6 is one of the big standouts. And I know I have a lot of viewers from all over the world, so I'd love to hear what some of the variations of Deep Space Nine's 6th season you have on DVD.